Why, hello there, your personal tutor today. I am so thankful that you finally made it. I got to make sure that everything is on. I got to do something while I'm on here. And then I have to remember to, sorry guys, I turned it and it started making noise. Got to make sure I sit back, relax, get comfortable so that you won't see half of my head on purpose because I'm still leaning into the camera and literally talking to the camera. Anyway, I am coming on today. I hope you got the opportunity or received the opportunity to see the practical. If you did, please write something in um, the comment section of the live videos if you're not here at the time. And if you're here, that's why I keep talking as if you're here, because when I do the analyticals or after the video goes off, it says so many people, so many minutes or like that have been on, and I'll be like, so I believe if you subscribe, give a thumbs up, do something, at least when I'm off the camera, I'll be able to know that you were here. I am doing loose locks, and I'm taking care of loose locks. I have uh, water washed them today. They're still wet, and I'm noticing that mostly each and every one has a little is gathering a little thing on the end. I don't know what it's called, but on the end of each of them, hope you can see that. The ones that separated are basically getting back together with the ends on it. So it's doing basically its own thing. Um, I showed you the part to whereas if you're new at locking your hair, one protective style is to put rubber bands on the ends, and that practical, and it's literally called practical, practical, whereas I did so many things not according to the module that you want to know how much you know. So that was your first test. Anyway, you open up the rubber band, twist it once, grab the hair, put it on the hair, and that's it. You take it out, you push it up with your thumb, you grab two strands of rubber band, pull it out, or just feed it through. You don't even have to pull. Sometimes after you wash it, you're going to notice that it's still hanging very loosely on your hair. And during the day, as it dries, you want to just make sure it's separated. And you want to make sure, let me see if I can show you right quick. See how that loose hair is right there? And right there. Sometimes when you listen to what you say and you want to pull them all together. So you literally want to take any extra hairs that is in your loose lock out and just hold it, go to the next one. Do the same exact thing. And you literally get a routine. Because you don't want to leave the rubber band in, but you want to make sure that you're like now. Weeks ago, I showed you that was locked before I showed you that protective style. And I put the comb in and I was just a yanking. And I said, okay, we won't be doing that anymore. And then I pulled the lock. They're wet now. But I pulled the lock and I heard crick, crack, crickle. Anyway, I wanted to show you that before we got started. And one of the ways to start your loose locking process is to literally do what I did in the practical. You start with your hair up, you brush You do the parting system that you want. If you want small parts, it does have some small rubber band, but you still do the same thing. You want to open it, do it twice, stick your thumb in, pull the hair through, still not tight. You find the rubber band, you push it with your thumb, you hold the hair, and then you thread it through. No hair is coming out. It's not popping. It's not pulling on the root. You're not putting any stress on the root. And you're mainly during the day, if you like to play in your hair, you can. That's how I came up with the style. And you just play all you want. Somebody's coming, you pat the hair, and you really don't want people to see you playing in your hair. But you become blind to it. It's just, if your hair starts itching, you just grab one with the pads of your hand. I on purpose cut off my nails. You'll get to see those again one day. Okay, I wanted to put some oil in it. I'm using this oil, which is called pure coconut oil, no artificial flavors or preservatives, vegan, about 60 servings. And I started using this part-time in January. So from January to almost October, I've been using this part-time. My main or oil of choice is castor oil, and I've been weaning myself slowly off of castor oil. And my mixture is castor oil, water, castor oil, water, help, moisturizing conditioner, like a teaspoon of conditioner, not a teaspoon, but a cap full of conditioner. If you don't know, like a little bit. That's basically, you don't want a whole lot because you don't want your locks to come out, but you want them to stay moist. So anyway, while I'm talking, let me do my hair because you all know. And I've been doing hair this week. I haven't made it to meet the individual or the lady person that is going to get me in with the children from DHS in Portland, Oregon. And one reason why I like coconut oil is because I like the way it makes my hair feel. I put it in the spray bottle yesterday. So yesterday or the day before yesterday it could have been yesterday. Anyway, is the first day that I used my conditioner, the little bit of or a cap full of apple cider vinegar. It seems like it's making my hair stronger, but I'm also noticing that since my hair is growing, it's growing like this is growing this way, and all the rest of them is kind of growing back. So I don't know if it's, I don't know. But one of the other things I did notice that on the ends of a lot of these that did not have them in the beginning of September have them now. And a lot of them that had them in the beginning of September has tucked under. Like, I would have to find them now. So I'm kind of excited about that. And all I basically do with my loose locks, because they really look loose, but they're not. Because I want a knotted afro, and this is the only way that I could think of to get one. So when it starts growing, I don't know whether it's going to continue to stay like this or not on the ends. I doubt it, because the ones that were there are tucked under or gone. I noticed that this one right here that was separating is all together now, and it has a little. And I don't know if you saw the other day when I was telling you another way to know that they're locked is you just twist them, just twist them, and the only thing that will be poof or twisted or stay twisted, excuse me, is the parts that's not locked. So there are different ways to do the lock test. I don't suggest that you do the comb one because that really does hurt. Because you got to yank on it to make sure it's locked. And that's us saying, see, when I um, grease this part of my head, I usually hold it the way that it's growing. When I grease this part, I usually hold it back like this to section it off. Or it could be that's the way it's grown. And because I have not put the rubber bands back on to wash them, because I know that they're locking, not coming apart. Now when I get out of the shower, because I told you all, if you go online to YouTube, you can just key in the word water wash, and one young man describes how to get it started. Because he works with loose natural hair, and there's several videos, but he was in a salon, so I thought I'd leave him. I'd give you, at least tell you what to look for. And you're not using that much oil. I'm just right on the side, taking whatever's there. I don't know if you can see it. Hopefully you can. I notice if I put my hand closer, the background gets back, and then you can really. So it's not really that much at all. And of course, when I go out, I wear my hair covered. So I'm showing you this now. Of me oiling my hair. One of the main things that I like to do is this. I know when I have the rubber bands in, I like to do this, but I like to press down so that the new growth in the scalp can be more, or the scalp, excuse me, can be moisturized or massaged. The word I was looking for was massaged. Because when I do my taking of the rubber bands out, I usually like to. So my extra now is to basically, I believe I'm done. And they're still long, but of course they shrivel up, and they have shriveled up. I'm not going to go any further than this. And I was going to style them the other day, but I was like, no. And I noticed that these look thick while they're loose. And the day I was showing you, I don't know if I showed you on camera live. I don't remember. But I did twist them like this. And I noticed that this one looks kind of small when it's twisted. So that's one of the routines or the techniques that I use to grab the extra hairs that are growing in the scalp. is to do it like, just pull it up or separate it and then just let it go. And the reason I'm paying close attention to the top is because this is the area that grew in. There was basically no top. And that is another reason why I wanted thicker and loose locks, because I don't have to worry about twisting, pulling, knotting. I told you my process of separating my hair. I took them each, twisted, parted it, then I twisted it and I put one knot. Hold on. With the J hook, with my tool of choice. I twisted it, and then right at the top, I did the J hook, and then I took it out, so there's just one knot at the top. Those knots came out. Then I showed you how at the ends I took and I did the finger knotting, where you put your hand through here, you pull, you slide your hand in the middle up from the scalp down. You do it again. And then you're making your fingers wide so that you can see that there's knotting. But these on the ends now are just curls, coiled. I told y'all I have the kinky coily hair. Not that I had to show you, but just a reminder. Okay, we're all done. And to me, this is a knotted afro. And I call myself semi-free-forming because I just want my hair to be I just want my locks, to keep these parts. But soon you're not going to be able to see them. I'm looking for my towel. Man, it's usually right here. Well, this is Ms. Janice, your personal tutor, saying I will talk to you later. I do want you to know that later on I'm going to come in, study the food handlers, food safety, your training manual. They call this manual. Last time we were hanging out, I did the GID test and I showed you what book to get, because that's coming soon. I believe October 1st. Along with Spanish. I don't know which one yet I'm going to be doing more of, because on this format, because I have so many things to tutor now that whichever one gets the most thumbs up or whatever you do on YouTube Live. Let me see. I'll tell you what you can do. I see the word chat. That's basically all I see. Hey, she's looking kind of cute. What do y'all think? I like the silver hair. That's how I know my hair is growing. That's one of the ways. Besides the fact that it's getting longer and it's starting to curve this way. They're starting to curve. See, this is going back that way. And this one is going to the side. So every other one is going back. Okay. This is Miss Janice hanging out with you for a little bit on her way to work or before she goes to work. Your personal tutor. Of course, I tutored it. We got the license to be a licensed natural hair care practitioner. I've been doing hair this week. One of the hairstyles I did, of course, is the practical. That was on Monday. Try not to come on as much until I get some. I mean, not as much. That's the wrong word. I'm trying not to come on with tutoring the module again until there are those who answered questions whereas I got it wrong. I ask you to text me at 505-695-2647 as to what you want me to tutor next. That's how I came up with the GED. Um, the food safety is for someone who wants to be a restaurant owner or manager, but you need to know food safeties, that process to get the card so that you can make sure that the foundation of your establishment or restaurant, whatever you want to call it, you make sure that your clientele come back. You want them to come back. You want them to see clean aprons. You want them to see gloved hands. You want them to see heads covered. You want them to see uniformity for the staff. Um, those are the only things right now that I can think of off the top of my head without going through the module with the manual. They call it a manual. All right. This is Miss Janice saying, I will see you later. Enjoy the rest of your day, okay?